Joanna being snaky, I'm not really surprised, guys. And we have Georgia taking no responsibility for her actions. I'm not surprised again. Hey guys, it's Rob Rolly. Hope you guys are all doing well today. Back again with another video. If you have not subscribed, click that button. It is daily and consistent content. Comment down below, give this video a thumbs up, and let's get into this Love Island mess. I just landed in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil from Dubai. 15-hour flight, guys. Madness. And I've come straight to do videos for you lot because a lot is seems to be going on. Now, yesterday's episode was an absolute madness when it comes to movie night. If you've noticed, movie nights, my review from yesterday has significantly a lot more engagement than my previous Love Island reviews of this All-Star season. It's somewhat similar to my normal reviews in the Love Island summer that I do. You know, I range between 20 to 50k is what I range between. 20 to 40k, I would say. Obviously with this All-Stars has been quite low because nobody's watching, guys. But when the episodes get lit, everybody comes back into unison and runs back to the video. It kills me how, you know, yesterday's review is much more higher because everybody knows that I'm not lying. The whole season has been shit. But that was a spectacular, amazing episode. People here from the woodworks come out and run to the review. That's what people do when episodes are lit. I just wish every episode was like that, guys. But this is the aftermath of the PDAs, the movie night, whatever you want to call it. And Georgia having these conversations with Molly Smith, with Arabella, even with Callum. And in not one of those conversations is she taking any responsibility for her actions. Talking to Molly about Callum was beelining for me. Okay, calm down, you know, let's take a rest. And even with Arabella saying, you know, nobody's disputing that you can't like two people, but make your mind up because other people have feelings in there and you're doing things at people's expense and it's not nice. So I'm glad that Arabella really had that conversation with her. She's come across really well in this entire Love Island season, I must say. And I'm glad that Callum has kind of just sacked things off with Georgia. Well, that's what it seems like right now, and is not going to entertain her for anything else because it doesn't need to be. But Georgia isn't taking any responsibility for her actions. She just gets into panic mode, gets emotional. There's two people. I don't know who I don't like. I don't know who I like, and I'm confused. You're nearly 30. You're 26 years old. Grow up. This is not Love Island the first time you came on. You're not a kid anymore. I've just seen no growth in this woman and I'm not mad at it because it's great TV. Georgia still is a mess and I'm here for it, point blank period. Don't get it twisted. I'm here for it because I feel like the drama that she, you know, gives us, it's not put on. It's genuinely her as an individual. And Mitch, his drama seems overproduced and forced. Toby, you know, picking a girl, dropping a girl, picking a girl, dropping a girl. We've seen you already do that. Whereas with Georgia Steele, the drama genuinely seems like that's just who she is as a person. And her, you know, whispering to Tom on the terrace, bringing him up, trying to lie to Callum, trying to lie to Molly, that shit is entertaining because she is genuinely delusional and sly. And so it makes good TV. It genuinely does. It's been a month since the show started, nearly a month, guys. It's been 3 weeks and a half. It started on the 15th of January, it's now the 5th of February. There is not one person in there for Kaz, and I don't understand what is going on. She is literally just a condiment at this point, like ketchup and like mayonnaise. Nobody is in there gunning for her, and it's sad to see she does not have no storyline. She has nobody in there. I don't understand why they can't send somebody in there for her. I don't see it for Casey and Kaz in any way. I do not see it for Casey and Kaz in any way. You guys remember that I know these Love Islanders, or I've seen these Love Islanders outside of the show, and let's just say they move very different when the cameras are off. And you know, I see it when it comes to with Casey and Kaz. I find it to be interesting and just bizarre. I just don't understand why nobody is in there for her. She is genuinely in there for a holiday. She's chilling, but it would be nice for her to have storylines. Because me, it would chip away at my ego and my pride and my personality and my insecurities if nobody's at there for me. Like, it's a lot. So I feel sorry for her that she's in this position still and that nobody's there for her. I honestly do. Molly and Callum having their, you know, conversation again, you know, two old flames, getting along and everything. This is their arc. This is their development arc storyline for the public to see that they can work together. They come back together, they win the show. Right now, Tom is, you know, and Molly are talking. Yes, Molly said actions are louder than words, and I agree. But if Molly steps into her bag, Callum steps into his bag, they come back together after both of them were treated negatively, so the audience is already on their side. This is their position where they can come back together, they can win the show, and they can fully maximize the potential of gaining all the followers and public and press and everything, because that's what these islanders go in there for anyways. And so this is where I feel like she could really use Love Island All-Stars for what it's worth. Because if you come back onto All-Stars and you don't win the show, did you really benefit? If you weren't the main villain, did you really benefit? Let's keep it real. Toby and Georgia Steele, especially Georgia, are benefiting a lot socially on the outside. It's not about who gets the most hated on, it's about who's climbing the most on the outside. Look at the numbers, look at the stats, look at the views, look at all of that. Are people climbing? Are their followers going up? That's what you need to look at when it comes to public profiles and whether somebody can be a full-time content creator or get those deals. Georgia Steele is that girl when it comes to that. So is Toby to an extent, and we have Molly Smith as well. These are the big numbers. Unfortunately, Kaz is not gaining, and it's frustrating to me. But if she had a storyline, it would work. People say, oh, you know, she's having a holiday, she's chilling. That's fine, but you don't want that. You want, as an islander, you want a storyline that puts you in camera time so that you can benefit with the followers and numbers. That's what you want, and she's not getting any of that, and it's frustrating to see. Like, I don't understand why it's so hard to bring in somebody, because at this point it's not Love Island All Stars because Casey's there. This is Love Island Second Chances. So bring in any Love Islander who's into Kaz. I don't know. Joanna making it a whole situation. Shall I go speak to Sophie and tell her that, you know, your man said this to me, that he's open to get to know me in the morning when the whole situation is squashed? No, it's not. This is why I can see why Joanna and Georgia Steele were besties or friends, because they're both mix-up. It doesn't make any sense. Them two not even getting into their mix-up is what we need to do. So producers, if I was producing this show, I got text, Georgia will be reading the text. Oh, I got text. Georgia Steele and Joanna, please go outside to have some dinner. Put them two in a room so they can work out their issues and get the cameras rolling. Do you understand? The drama doesn't always have to pertain to romance. It can be friendships. The reason why movie night banged so hard yesterday and was one of the best, it was the best movie night I've ever seen, was because they have history with these islanders. And when you have history, the drama can work much better. It just needs to be channeled correctly. And for the first couple of weeks, it wasn't channeled correctly. But in that movie night, it was channeled perfectly. Perfectly. And that's why it banged so hard. And you know, everybody's dragging Georgia, but that's what you want. She wants to be the main villain because you get all the camera time. Georgia Steele has gotten so much camera time. This girl has gained nearly 200,000 followers just from being on All Stars. In the world we live in today of Instagram dying and Love Island dying, it's a great feat for you to achieve. So yeah, anyways, back to Sophie and Joanna. I just feel like Joanna was very unnecessary to make that move. You didn't need to tell Sophie that. Josh has closings off with you. It's been squashed. You acknowledge it. Move on. It doesn't matter if he wanted to know you earlier on, because Sophie and Josh weren't closed off anyways, weren't exclusive anyways. Regardless of whether we're working towards that, they were not closed off. So it doesn't matter that he said that to you early on in the morning and then came back to you and squashed it, because he made his decision not to further advance with you because he wants to go with Sophie. So for Joanna to make mix up and run her mouth, it's very unnecessary, it's messy, it's not needed, and it doesn't make any sense to me. But make of this what you will when it comes to this Love Island review. As you can tell, there's a little more oomph in my energy when it comes to Love Island from yesterday. I'm still riding off that PDA movie night, and hopefully it doesn't just, you know, slide away, guys, and go somewhere else. But you know, I am leaning more towards just doing reviews when something major happens, so I have things to talk about, as opposed to giving you daily reviews where I complain. Complaining isn't always entertaining. It can be annoying as a viewer. I can understand that, but that's just how I feel. A review is not always going to be positive. It can also be negative as well. But you know, I think this was a good episode. There was, you know, the breakdown of PDA. Everybody wants to find out what's going on, and it really just goes to show you that Georgia does not know how to take any responsibility, which is a major red flag, guys, which is why Georgia and Toby are not going to work on the outside. Like, the only way she can work in a relationship is if she runs that man, runs that relationship, and controls it all and can do whatever the hell she wants. But even then, that will give her the control to probably, you know, go to her ex's place at 2 a.m. at night. And if you know what that means, you know what that means. Subscribe to the channel, click that button. It's just one click, guys. I just got over a 15-hour flight and I'm coming to give you Love Island review on time. If you're not subscribed, what are you doing? I don't understand. Subscribe to the channel, comment down below, give this video a thumbs up. I would appreciate it, and I'll catch you guys soon for another video.